Hey, yeah, so I actually got a question about the intro hook because, I actually grew up liking, have you heard of the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire series?
No.
Yeah, so I actually grew up liking Spider-Man, Peter Parker, who's like this literal Jeffrey. He gets bullied in school. He gets bit by a spider and he becomes Spider-Man. And I actually noticed that it's hard for me and others to get off these superhero movies because we're just so addicted to that transformation. So I'm trying to integrate the Peter Parker to Spider-Man transformation in my videos. So it sounds less like Jeffrey and Adonis, like two different characters, but related to a superhero movie. So I was wondering, do you think it's worthwhile to get an editor, especially if I'm still, in my early stages of YouTube, and I'm not getting that many views? Or is it okay just to tell the story, with just my face like this?
Mm-hmm. What would the editor do?
Make animations about, Peter Parker, this wimp who strengthens from MJ. And then instead of getting bit by the spider, he takes Flatby's pill, and then he becomes Spider-Man.
Mm. Should you get an editor for that? Especially now? Probably not. So editing is one thing. Animation is a whole extra beast. That's hundreds of dollars per video you'd be paying. So unless you're already making at least maybe $5,000 a month from YouTube, or you've got a huge amount to invest and you're certain that this is definitely going to be the thing, I wouldn't personally do it. It'd be way too costly. So editing, you could get some this picture of Spider-Man pop up, and it's just like, oh, there's a picture of Spider-Man. It's just low tier shit. You can get that for nice and cheap. It'll be $10 for the video or something. But how much value is that really going to be adding to the video? When you talk about Spider-Man and they've added a picture of Spider-Man, it's did that add any value? If anything, it maybe took some away because they didn't get to imagine. Now they just got the shitty .png with white around the edges on the screen. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't. I recommend most people don't even get an editor till you're a lot more advanced, especially with these talking head, almost podcast style videos where you're just sat there talking to the camera. You don't need an editor at all, ever, for videos like this.
Would it still be worthwhile to tell the Spider-Man story if I'm just talking like this?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Or should I go with another character like myself or Jeffrey or Adonis?
It seems like the Spider-Man and also just the superhero niche works well for you and it's your interest. So I would do that. I would either tell the real story of what happened to Peter Parker and he got bit and he but at that point it's you're literally just telling the one story of what happened. I don't know if there's different variants or something, but what I might do is
I like to make the variations of here's what Peter Parker did for self-improvement instead of getting bit by the spider. Kind of like fan fiction.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could make up your own, so it's but imagine if instead of Peter Parker, instead of him getting bit by the spider, he does this other thing instead. And any guy who's really into this niche is going to love that, because not only are you bringing in the story that they love, but you're actually inviting them to create their own movie in their mind, which is very powerful. I'd probably go with that. And honestly, at that point, what they can imagine is a million times better than what some animator could put up on screen. So I would go without any.
Without any animator?
Yeah.
Let me do that. New videos coming up this week.
Good man. But until you can afford, bro, when you can start to afford genuinely $500, $1,000 per video, that's when you could be, at that point, you're making your whole, you're making your own show at that point. It's something aspirational for you to reach for in a few years. But till that point, I wouldn't. For reference, my videos used to cost around, not far from $1,000 actually, about $700. And that was 3 years into business when I was making $40,000 a month and everything. But yeah, my videos were fucking expensive. Bro, animation's something else, bro. You're paying your animator $50 an hour. It takes them literally 2 hours to do the first few seconds of your video. It takes 9 months to make one episode of South Park or The Simpsons or anything. Animation, I don't think you understand animation. For the boys here who don't understand, it's literally them moving it one frame by one frame. It literally takes how did I make daily uploads, bro? I had 12 editors working around the clock, bro. I had more than $1,000 leaving my bank account every day.
That's surprising.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just stick to the talking heads, bro.
I'm sticking to the talking heads. Oh my god. Yeah, let me just tell the story. New content coming up this week.
Yeah, good man. Thank you for coming up, bro.